Hey folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Not I'm Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to talk a little bit about the way you should and could sell your trading card games. Trading cards, trading card games in general, your singles. You can call it what you want, but we're going to talk about that today for a little bit. I'm going to be joined by a guest, Steven from the US, who is selling a lot of Magic the Gathering and some other trading card games cards on I had to laugh because I saw a very nice sympathetic comment on eBay. And we're going to talk about how he's doing that, and we're going to talk about the fact that he's very good at it and he can actually see trends. Hello, Cardboard Tutor. Definitely happy from or for the support from a fellow YouTuber. And if you have not checked out, there are not a lot of people here yet, and I think the ones who are here already checked out your channel, Cardboard Tutor. But it's a very, very nice channel, especially the shorts in which you have to guess which magic card he is showing, and he's blurring the card, and yeah, it's a very interesting, funny format. He always triggers me if I can guess the card or not, and the old ones I'm pretty confident about that I can guess those, but the new ones are a bit more difficult for me because I do not have the visual reference. Jimmy, hey Jimmy is excellent, funny in the comments, and always fantastic. And we got Niklas here as well. That's nice. That's a nice show up already so early in the stream while we are still waiting for Steven to show up. I'm gonna ping him on Discord in a second, just to see if he's around and if he has the correct time slot, because it's always a bit difficult with my American friends. They are based in different time zones, and if I give them CET time, then which means Central European time, which is Amsterdam, Berlin, and for me Amsterdam of course is the closest in the Netherlands, then sometimes there's like a little difference there even with the US time zones, so it's always a bit difficult. I really like your card guessing game, Tutor. Yeah, you might get me with Legends, because I'm not that good with Legends. The set was always too big for me, and I recently have discovered a Legends card which just turned up somewhere, and I actually was surprised that I never had seen that card before. So there are still Legends cards that I have not seen yet, and that is a bit crazy. In the end, it would probably be really cool to just get a Legend set and a complete set and just flip through that binder, because I don't know if I have it in me to actually collect a Legend set. My basis is too small. I do not have a lot of Legends cards. I have a couple of Legends play sets of some cool cards like Chain Lightning and Force Spike, and cards I played. What is the other counter called? Flash Counter, and Remove Soul, also a counter spell, so more or less commons. But yeah, it's I do not have a lot of rares. I do have a couple of Sword of the Ages. I do have 4 Field of Dreams, a playset, because I always loved the artwork. And I actually had a deck with Field of Dreams, a deck in which I saw the top of my library because of Field of Dreams, and I was playing Millstones as well. So if I didn't like it, I milled it away. If I liked it, I left it there and milled the opponent. So that was kind of nice. Cosmic Seeds, Stefan is here as well. Very nice. Yes, guys. Hey, we're already 5 people in, which is pretty cool for Friday night. We're gonna make it a relaxed Friday night, like I said. And Jason, you got back to your desk on time. You're still at work, Jason? I assume you are, of course, in a different time zone as well, so you might still be a little earlier. Yeah, it's gonna be relaxed, nice, and chill stream. When will you see some Arabian Night nostalgia videos? You already saw some of those, Jimmy. Don't be impatient. No, I'm always happy to get more Arabian Nights cards. I do not have enough. I want a complete set, definitely. But it's all about focus, as you know, for me. And I haven't talked about focus quite a while on the channel. Not in detail as I used to do. That's because I very much enjoy this format, talking to you, and the focus talks often involve cards on the table we are talking about at that moment. I did that in the more recent videos in which I talked about alpha and the focus you have to get some of those alpha cards. But Arabian Nights, I do have several Arabian Nights playsets of cards I love, like the Guardian Beast, like the Old Man of the Sea. What else? What other guy? Oh, I see. Oh, Ali of Cairo, of course. Ali from Cairo. And I do have 1 or 2 Library of Alexandrias. I do not have a Bazaar of Baghdad, but I have a couple of commons as well. Want to get some more Flying Mans to have a playset of those. Want to get some more Kurd Apes to have a playset of those. I do think I have a playset of Urk Raiders, which is a pretty nice card. But yes, it's all about focus. Very simple, Jimmy. I love Arabian Nights. I need to get more. I want to get more. And the problem is I'm currently focusing on Unlimited, and I'm focusing on Antiquities Artist Proofs. And I actually am buying a newer box from time to time, as you know, to play with friends and enjoy the game in general. So yeah, and the problem with Unlimited and some other stuff is as well that I more or less miss, like the Artist Proofs, more or less miss the heavy hitters of some of the sets. And I got the big heavy hitters out of the way for Unlimited, but I still, for example, need Volcanic Island, and that's about $1,200 or something. So yeah, that's why the addition videos of cards to my sets are not that frequent. And that's why I am currently getting, for example, a couple of cheap alpha cards here and there, because I enjoy it to just add a few cards to my collection. And I haven't done that because I was focusing on the heavy hitters so much that I needed to wait and wait. But yeah, this year I had a look at what I've added to the Unlimited collection. It's been quite substantial. And if you add like 10, 15 cards to an Unlimited set, which are pretty expensive, even the normal rares, like Birds of Paradise or Mahamoti Jinn or these kind of things, then you can't add one of those every month or every week. So it's difficult. Indeed, Jimmy, patience is a virtue. Cris is here as well. Very nice. I will see Cris soon at the Crossroads event for sorcery in Germany. So I'm looking forward to that. Haven't seen Cris in a while because last time he couldn't make it, unfortunately, to Ask and Risk S. I believe you were ill, Cris, right? So yeah, looking forward to see you this time. Anybody else? Yeah, Niklas is coming to Crossroads as well, I guess. And Jimmy, you should drive down as well. I don't know if you like sorcery at all, but yeah. Let me check, by the way, if Steven is coming. I thought I'd start the stream. And that was a good idea because you all are already here. But I have to check with him if he's... Oh, let me see. Okay, yeah, he's trying to fix the setup. I just let him know that he can join when he's ready. All right. Yeah, Cris, looking forward to see you again as well. I need to remind myself every time I think about the Crossroads that I need to bring your print. Can you hear me well, by the way? I got the microphone a little further away so it doesn't stick directly into my face, but I turned it up pretty highly. I hope you can hear me well. Of course, if I talk into it, you probably should hear me well. But even if I talk to the front and to the camera, I hope you can hear me well too. Would be nice if you could confirm that, but I guess you have not said anything negative about that, and that makes me confident you can hear me well. Having a sip of coffee while it's still warm. Like I said, it's going to be a chill stream. Yeah, don't forget it. No, I won't. Last time you weren't there. I had it with me. It's not on me, man. It's not on me. No, if you're ill, buddy. I will bring it this time. And if I really should forget it, which I knock on wood, then this time I'm going to send it to you, and it doesn't matter what it costs because it's been too long. You can hear me perfectly. Very nice, Tutor. Thank you. I think your channel is going very well too, Tutor. Maybe you should join one of those live streams one day, and just let me know how the YouTube experience has been going for you. But I believe you are not on camera yourself, right? You only do overhead videos, or I missed something. But your voice, of course, always reminds me of Christoph Waltz. So yeah, that's would be fun. We could just put a picture of Christoph up there, and you could talk anonymously. Oh yeah, then we wait for Ask and Resk 3. Yeah, that's possible as well. I'm pretty confident. I got a couple of things back there already put aside, which I want to take along to Crossroads, Cris, and the print is there as well. So if I don't forget all the things I want to take, then your print is in there too. So yeah, like I said, having that coffee while it's still a little bit warm before it cools off. Now you can hear me slurp as well, which is pretty funny. Is Niklas gone already? Normally he responds right away, like, hey, yes, I'm coming to Crossroads too. But he said hi and bye, probably. That's still a thing which would be nice to see if you are live, who is in the chat. I know YouTube is kind of anonymous and you only see comments. Hey, there he is. Just double checking. You only see comments and yeah, it would be nice at least live to see who's here. Just curious, because sometimes it's a lot of people even in the premieres of the videos, and nobody's saying something. So I'm like, who is that? Who's watching? So would be nice to see. But in the end, I think YouTube does that for privacy reasons. Like, yeah. For Keeps is here as well. Oh shit, it's live. It's live. Yes, it's live. What did you think, man? We go live from time to time here, as you know. I should do that more often, but the problem is with live always, not that it's a difficult setup for me with StreamYard. The timing always is a bit difficult because there's always something going on. And as you know, I normally record late at night, but even in the evening now, the kids are at sports. So I normally check if they are coming back home. Then we normally watch a movie on Friday nights, or you go out or whatever to a cinema, or during the week everybody's sleeping, so you don't want to do a live stream and blah blah blah, which everybody hears throughout the house neither. So it's lives is especially in got this small space, my office, which is very nice to work in, very nice to put your collectibles in, and it's my private space, but it's not very well insulated? No, insulated is for warmth, right? What is the word for noise? Not very well. The noise canceling is not very good. So if I do a live stream at 11 at night, which normally is the time when I record, so I could do a live stream as well, it can happen that the family is waking up or can't sleep because of that, and that's not good neither. So yeah, it's a bit difficult. Avind Anderson. Hello, Avind. Good to see you. I've seen you in the comments recently a couple of times. So that is nice. Hey, we got Steven here. I'm going to add Steven to the stage in a second. Just checking out. Steven, I am adding you to the stage. I see your microphone is muted, man. But hey, there he is. Now it's muted again. Let's see if we can hear you. You should, yeah. No, still no sound, but that's okay. Try something else. All good. I'm already happy you found a camera setup, because that was a bit difficult for you as well. Did you steal your son's laptop? Yeah. All good, man. Take it easy. He's fixing some things. I'm gonna add him to the stage in a second. All good. You had some work that needed your attention, Niklas. Yeah, that is possible, but you work late often, right? Yeah. Eyvind, I'm curious. Andersen, it sounds like a Norwegian or Swedish name. Let me know where you're from. I'm always curious about my Nordic friends, like Niklas as well. And I believe Jimmy, you are based in Norway too, right? Is that correct? So we got quite some people from the Nordics here. Cardboard Tudor is Germany, although he sounds like Christoph Waltz from Austria. Oh yeah, we still have that game of the dark draft sealed your cube in the pipes. We could play that live. That would be actually pretty cool if we can set that up. We have to see if we can make something happening. That would be very nice. Yeah, I'm Steven. I'm gonna add you to the stage whenever you're ready. It's a bit difficult for me to see you when you're ready, but I see your microphone is still muted. So yeah, I'm gonna be basing my adding you to. Okay, I can just add you. I mean, like, let's see. I just add you, and you can fix stuff in the meanwhile, and I can ramble as I always do. So no worries about that.
Can you hear me now, Jürgen?
The stream, the chat didn't scroll down.
Right.
But there are no Denmark. Yeah, but Denmark is kind of Nordics as well, right?
By chance, can you hear me now, Jürgen?
Scotland in a bit, yes.
Hey,
I hear
some.
something. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. All right. I don't know what it was, but basically it said there was something using my microphone already, and I couldn't figure out what it was. So
maybe Discord.
Probably.
Yeah, that's why I always close Discord before I do live streams or whatever. I checked if you're here on my phone, but Discord is using your mic and your camera, and then it doesn't start up in StreamYard, which is a bit weird.
Makes sense. First time doing something like this, so we'll have fun.
All good, but you've been on YouTube before. You told me.
Yeah, a long time ago, like 2015. But that's a little different. You just kind of build a video. I never did anything live.
No, I hear you, but it's good you could make it. We did this quite spontaneously. We were talking, just for the rest, there are quite some people already in. We were talking about selling cards, which of course you do massively on eBay, and what works at the moment. And I was like, hey, let's talk about that live in 2 hours. And you were like, yeah, sure, why not?
I was a little bit behind. Got a lot of packages to do, but yeah, it's a fun topic. I'm always wanting to chat about it. And I've been meaning to do something with you for a while, Jürgen. So thank you for the invite.
Definitely. Thank you for joining. Do you have a chance to turn up your mic a little bit?
I have no idea how. Let's find out.
Sorry. I can turn up my sound as well, but I don't want to blast my ears, but there shouldn't be any other sound. So yeah, so I can hear you a bit better. Let's see. Can you guys hear Steven as well as you can hear me? Yeah. I know Cardboard Tudor confirmed that he can. I think it's a little bit louder for me now.
A little bit? Okay.
Yeah, no, but I can hear you well now. And I could hear you before as well, but it was a tick silent. So it was a little bit silent. But yeah, now it's a little better. No, it's cool you could make it, because I'm very curious, of course, about all your setup, and you've been doing this for quite a while. How long? I know we've been talking about it for at least 2 years or something like that.
I've been doing it for about 6 years. I mean, I've been collecting and buying cards my whole life, but I started selling in 2019. That was when I first
2019 already. But it really went full throttle a couple of years ago when we talked about it, right? Because you were like Yeah. Okay. Good. Then
I switched to Magic at that point. I was still doing sports cards and I was doing some autographed memorabilia. But about 3 years ago is when we started talking, and that was when I started to learn Magic. You're actually the one that taught me the game. I played it when in 93, 94 a little bit, but it was also in 7th, 8th grade. And
yeah,
yeah,
I
so
think
I don't
it's
remember.
always, we talked about that exactly, and I think it's always better if you at least have a rough understanding of the game. It's always better to sell cards. Then it's always easier. I think it helps with everything, at least rough understanding. And you're selling mainly Magic now, but you're selling other cards still as well. I've seen sports cards on your eBay channel, and it's called the Fiore Collection, right?
Yep, the Fiore Collection. It's mostly because that's my last name, but it's mostly to honor my grandfather, because I inherited 2 collections. I inherited my grandfather's collection and also my father's collection. And then I'm also a lifelong collector, so I end up with a lot of cards. Probably close to about 1 million cards around there.
A million
cards.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's definitely it's a big enough that it's confusing on how to deal with it. So I do have I have storage units. I have vaults. It's a lot of cards. Pulled it all out a couple years ago, and it took up almost my entire library and dining room.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, that's a lot of cards. And you're adding that's 1 million baseball cards. And then you're adding a lot of Magic the Gathering cards to that collection as well, because that's what you're currently selling very well, right?
Yeah, like I said, I have probably around 10 to 20,000 Magic cards. Mostly, I'd say it's about 20% vintage, mostly modern. I deal mostly in secret layer cards, actually. So we'll talk about which cards I do tend to go for, but I tend to also just keep acquiring more cards. So I have like this massive hoard of cards that I'm trying. I would like to get rid of them in one sense, but I keep adding to it, and so space always is an issue for me.
Yeah, but
I
then
do
you
love
get a
Magic.
good.
It's actually a really, really fun area right now.
Yeah, you told me, but then you get a good flow. If you get some cards in and get some cards out, then in the end, I think it all adds up. So you get a healthy balance of acquiring and selling. At least that's what I understand.
Yeah.
When you're talking about selling Magic cards, I'm curious. Mostly raw singles, right? And then what you do a lot as well is selling slabs.
Yeah, I do 0 sealed, basically. It's all singles.
Yeah.
So I'd say the majority is raw at this point, and most of it's modern. But I do have a healthy collection of graded cards, and that's where my passion mostly is for Magic. I like vintage graded. So I'm mostly your Alpha, Beta, Arabian Nights, Unlimited. Your Revise is my personal favorite. I kind of stop around Legends. The Legends, Antiquity, I play around with a little bit, but Legends is usually where I start to fall off. This guy get into really big sets. Like Mirage is just ridiculously large set, and so trying to do it graded is a lot more complicated because the pop counts are very low. So the cards that become really expensive are not going to be like it's not going to be like the tutors, because you can go find tutors graded. That's easy. It's going to be something like, I don't know, like Crashing Rhinos or something. It's going to be like a very big common. It's like a common card. No one would want to grade that. But if you want a graded copy, then you're going to have to pay a graded fee. And hopefully get a good grade, and you're going to be like basically the only one, or you're going to have to find it on the market, and you're basically going to bet the will at whoever pays for it, whoever they're asking, basically. So I felt that most of my life doing graded sets, and I'm kind of on the opposite side.
And when you get the cards, you're looking at especially these cards that are not out there a lot, graded on the market, and then you're trying to get these for a reasonable price, and then you build up your collection and reprice that, obviously, and try to move that along, because somebody might have sold it too cheaply, somebody might have sold it for a fair price, but we all know it might be worth more. They didn't know about the pop count.
Great. So that's where I think there's a disjoint. People tend to think the raw card and the graded card are linked. They really aren't. They're 2 separate markets, 2 separate buyers, 2 separate collectors, and the price points are actually separate. And when you disjoint them, it opens up a lot of, like I said, it opens up a lot of differences. And the pop count usually is the driving factor. If you have 20 graded cards of say Rod of Ruin, I mean, it's going to be an expensive card, but if you have another card that's also equally hard to get in a high grade, but it's only 1 or 2, I can charge you the same amount. And so then you're in a dilemma. Do you go ahead and then buy a bunch of cards, grade them, go through the process, and hope to get an equal grade, or do you just pay the tax? And so I find people tend to misvalue their graded cards, especially when they are unplayable. So when you take a lot of commons, or you take cards that don't, I guess, don't work today. Like a lot, I love the ones I like to look at, like Death Lace, Thought Lace, the laces. Yeah. No one wants them. You can go buy them for $1 maybe for if they're raw, but how many graded copies are there? Not very many. Usually less than 10. So now if you want to get all the raws or all the rares of the blue, for instance, well, you have a rare that you have to go get, and it's hard to find. And so generally when people sell them, they'll sell them for $20 to $30, but I value them more around the $60 to $70 mark because of that one reason. I know there's someone out there going to try to build a set, and well, I might try to build a set too one day. So I put a little protection there, but yeah, there's a definitely margin to be made. But I think I think people are confused about the pricing, mainly because they try to link the markets, and I don't think you should.
It doesn't matter which set rarity the card has. It doesn't matter the playability the card has. It just of course. But in general, when you look at opportunity, for you it doesn't matter that much. Of course, an Ancestral Recall is always worth more than a Rod of Ruin.
I get that. We're talking about Power 9.
That's a different story. But if people look at the graded card and think, oh, it's just a Rod of Ruin, but if there's no other Rod of Ruins out there graded to 10 or whatever, then you get something really nice, and you have to disconnect it from the actual value of the card that you would give it in a raw version. That's basically what you just tried to tell me, right? Just seeing if I understood you correctly.
No, that's correct. And the other aspect I'd add to that is simply that when people have a card, then they finally get it graded, they put it in their collection. It doesn't usually end up back on the market, and so it gets locked out. And you got to account for that also in pricing, because it's not just how many are out there total, it's how many out there for sale and how many are likely to come next year.
Okay, no, I hear you. I understand that. And I just want to reply to one comment there, because I think it's really cool, because I was right. Avind is from Norway, and he's actually going to a tournament in Sweden tomorrow. Nice. Enjoy that. But yeah, good luck indeed. If you need any more cards, it probably will be a bit late to order from you, Steven, right? No, but I think it's really cool, because I had a look at your inventory, and like you said, you have a lot of vintage stuff, and you've been supporting the channel for years. This is not like sponsored content or whatever. I'm always happy to talk about things I like, but you supported the channel with slabs from Alpha, Beta, and especially Antiquities, which I love for years, simply because I like it, which I appreciate a lot. But I also saw a lot of those cards on your channel, and I think especially when it comes to the vintage stuff, for me personally, I rather would buy something graded for a fair price, which doesn't have an extremely high grade, like a 8 or something, 7.5, 8, whatever, which I know then normally it should be real, and it is in quite decent condition, then buy the raw card, which might be a reback if it's alpha, which might be a counterfeit or whatever. So for me, that was always very interesting to have a look at. What generally works best then on your eBay channel? Like the old stuff, you said more the recent stuff, but then recent graded stuff, recent raw stuff, the secret layers, obviously, you said work well, which I think is really funny, because some secret layers explode, but I got a couple which should be pretty rare, but I have them sealed and they don't do a lot. But if you sell those cards individually, you would get double, so the disconnect there is crazy.
It's secret layers, and I just buy singles of secret layers. So basically, I find if I go on TCG Player, Facebook, wherever, Discord, I see secret layers for sale, or usually the singles. I'm not looking for sealed. I'm looking for the actual singles, and I'm looking for the really bad ones too, like the $1 to $5 singles. And because that's the easiest way to judge a pricing is usually the low end stuff. I'm like, oh, I see how you price your low end. I'm going to know how you price your high end. And I know where you're kind of probably will make a deal at. But yeah, secret layers are interesting. So when I see someone's underpriced or previously priced, they haven't been updating it recently, I'll just buy them out. I'll just go through and just buy all their little secret layer singles. And so I end up getting the same cards over and over. But I found that they sell really well. And when I do purchasing, especially when I'm looking to flip, how to put it, I guess I always say you should have armor. Yeah, you can't trust that WotC won't reprint you out. You can't trust that they just be devalued tomorrow. So to how to prevent that, I always try to add a little layer of armor. You're the one that taught me about artist proofs. I consider that armor. There's only a finite amount. Usually there's an autograph associated with it. So there's definitely going to be a set demand and a set supply. And so that to me is armor. WotC can't hurt an artist proof. There's not much they can do to it.
Even if the target group, the buying target group is rather small, if you're looking for it, then the price is pretty much set in stone by the people who are offering it, because there's not a lot on the market at any given time, or virtually nothing for some cards, especially the older artist proofs. But yeah, I hear you. And then if you look at the singles, do you have an example? What single card recently you bought a lot of copies of and that sold really well? Just to give me an idea. I know you told me about Warhammer, because you buy so much, so you don't know probably. But you told me about Warhammer, the search foils, and those are selling constantly as well. I'm going to say hi to Banzai. I'm going to say hi to Fabio as well. Good to have you. Yeah, there are quite some viewers in tonight, which is very nice. They're interested in the topic, probably.
Okay.
So hi, everybody. No, but that stuff is selling really well.
Yeah, search foils do very well. So when you get the commander,
which sets did we have search foils of? Like
Lord of the Rings, Warhammer, Fallout, and Final Fantasy. Those are your really cheap search foils right there. I'm not talking about your Final Fantasy out of the packs. I'm talking about your commander decks. So go ahead and hit those up. They're not expensive. They always pretty much will sell. It's a good base foundation to start with, because again, it's adding a layer of armor. It's extended art. It's going to have the surge layer, surge foil protection. So that's always going to be one that's going to be bought before just the basic raw copy. And in that case, then usually can get $1 or $2.
Okay, but if you buy a commander deck for $50-$60, you can get $1 or $2 per card. So you will make money automatically, but it's of course a hassle to sell all the singles. But if you put in the time and effort, you can almost double your money there with one commander deck.
Yeah, collector commander decks will basically make you money if you buy them early. And the other ones too is, like I said, you can go look at the older ones, the ones that people no longer play. Yeah, you can definitely make money in the surge foils. Slivers I did very well with. I somehow fell into the extended art secret layer slivers, the foils, and I started buying up a ton of those about a year ago. They did extremely well, especially with Spider-Man coming out and the Edge of Fraternity. They've definitely popped really nice. Slivers always do well. Poster cards, anything with a poster does very well. Since
Lord of the Rings stuff.
It doesn't have to be Lord of the Rings. They're doing secret layers. You got Innistrad, Master put posters in them.
True.
Anything poster related seems to hold value very well. Again, another piece of armor. Let's see. But yes, I'd say a lot of the foil treatments do well. So your confettis do well. Monofoils do poorly. Oil slick does well. So basically, any of the really high-end treatments.
The mana foils do poorly.
They suck. I love them. No one else does.
Weird to me. You sent me one with I think the last time you sent me something, there was one in there. I loved it with all the mana symbols on there. I think that looked fantastic. That finally was a foil treatment I totally could get behind. And that one.
I think that's going to be our only mana foils. They did poorly in the secondary market. So, but I personally like them. I think that's an opportunity. So for me, for purchasing, being that they're depressed now, and I don't think they're going to be remade anytime soon, and I don't think they might not be remade. So that would be something that I would probably stock up on.
Yeah, okay. So you're looking a bit for the niche that offers a lot of opportunity. Yeah, very nice. And you also kindly... Yeah, but that's how you should do it, I guess. I mean, I never sell, but I often look for niche stuff as well when it comes to adding stuff to my collection. Like yesterday, I made a video about 8 power leaks alpha, and I bought those for like a couple of bucks each, and
Yeah.
I bought them because I met through Tucker and I wanted to get them signed. I have a signed playset, and then I thought, hey, those are so cheap, so let's have a non-signed playset and a signed playset, and they might not be getting too crazy prices, but I can't believe that cards like this will be under 20-30 bucks in a couple of years when there's nothing
Yeah.
around anymore. No.
Yeah.
So, and even then, I,
You're
yeah,
good.
I wouldn't want to sell it, but you know what I mean. I mean, for I can't leave these on the table for 8 bucks. So I know what you mean. Hey, but you said as well that you're gonna give away a couple of
Oh.
cards tonight, which is super nice. Do you have them with you? Yeah, maybe you could show them into the camera. I already teased the people a little bit,
Sure.
but I think that's a very nice gesture.
That's
That's
roll
a
backwards. Got
Hurl
some
Jackal.
Horde Jackals,
Yeah,
Arabian Nights, PSA 8.
nice.
And I got some, what's in this one? Moorish Cavalry. So a
Yeah,
couple
the
commons
cavalry.
from Arabia. Near mint. Also, if you're looking for near mint cards, look for graded sevens. They're usually cheaper than raw. So you can just crack the slab and
Okay.
you got it. And they're near mint. So sevens near mint. So yeah, that's a good way to
Yeah,
get good cards, by the way. Especially the
that
harder
is
difference.
probably what I should look for in Arabian Nights comments.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. If you go for sevens and Arabian Nights, like yeah, you're gonna find that you might get them for about 50% off and in near mint condition.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, for me, for my collection, as you know, I'm not that strict with my grading because I'm a player, and a lot of my cards have been loved. But yeah, of course, I try to get it in better condition if I can for a fair price. But I, in the end, don't mind if it's a 7, an 8, or a 9 because I just love the art, and if the card looks good, I'm good as well. But yeah, I hear you. I need to be. The strange thing is, every time I look on eBay, it might have to do with the European setting, because I try to go to the US store via VPN, and sometimes then even different artist proofs for antiquities show up, for example. But it might be the same case with stuff like Arabian Nights graded or antiquities graded, which I can't really find for the prices you showed me you bought them for sometimes. Yeah, it is. Maybe you already bought everything. That's the problem.
I don't know. I don't really put a lot of effort into sourcing. I really don't. If I had $10,000, I can buy stuff in an hour. Not hard to figure out sourcing. I don't suggest people really put a lot of effort into it when it comes to cards, honestly. There's too much FOMO out there. You're going to make mistakes. It just balance yourself and only buy after you sell. And that way you always grow. And I can tell you why there's a difference though on the eBay thing. So I do eBay international shipping, and I think it's only promoted listings actually transverse the different eBay sites. So it has to be a sponsored listing to go to like eBay Canada or eBay UK or eBay Australia. So to cross platform, it's only the ones that are promoted. So you have the ones that pay eBay percentage. So if it's not, then it should only appear on the regional site that it was listed on. So if they don't sponsor it, like in the list on eBay CA, then I have to go to Canada site to see it. I'm sure there is some sort of search engine that could scrape it a lot easier. But I would say when it comes to sourcing, I pretty much pay for retail. I'll be honest. I pay about 80. I pay between 80 and 80% to 100%. I found that if you provide good service, you ship fast, you always have good condition, that there's always a group of people that would rather not deal with it all. They don't want to get 1,000 packages in the mail. They don't want to try to deal with getting returns. They just want somewhere to go, buy their cards, and they're okay with paying a couple dollars more. And then and in that case, I always like to give those buyers a good bulk discount. It gets them back closer to market, but it's and I found that's generally how it is. I call myself a boutique. That's basically what I call itself. It's you go in, you can get better service. That's kind of what I offer.
Every time you send something over, I'm amazed by how you pack it and how you ship it, and how secure it arrives. So it's crazy. Okay, the question for Fabio. I don't know if you know. I don't really know. These days, who are the strongest buyers, collectors, or players of Golden Sliver Age sets? Yeah, that's a bit difficult for you to see, of course. But
Actually, I can tell you this one because
yeah, you can. Nice.
every player, every person that buys slivers is a collector because you're not allowed to play them. It's an unwritten rule in every pod. If as soon as you put a sliver down, it's going to get killed. So I swear, everyone has a sliver deck. Everyone wants to play slivers, but no one ever gets to. So it's just a collector. You're all collectors when you buy slivers because unless you have a good pod, I don't think you're going to get to play them personally. But I think every person wants a sliver deck.
I think I only have 1 or 2 slivers. I have the Sliver Queen, which I believe is the original one, and it's Stronghold, right? And it's reserved list, and I pulled that out of a pack back in the day, and I always kept it because it was a 5-colored creature, and I never played with it because it individually isn't a good creature, so it's in near mint condition and it's sitting somewhere in a binder, so that's nice. But for the rest, I've never been a big sliver guy. Always been like a merfolk and a dwarf guy. But yeah, that's me.
I like 4-color sliver. It's one of my favorite decks of all time.
Which one?
I try to run 4 colors on slivers, and I think I love slivers. I think they're the one of the most fun decks to ever play. It's just, again, they're very hard to get down on the board.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. Very likely question is when, and obviously not the collectors. There will be holiday. Oh, Final Fantasy. Yeah, if there's a reprint. Yeah. Holiday Final Fantasy set similar to Lord of the Rings. Hope that answers your question, Volume 0. Thanks a lot for that, Cardboard Tudor. Yeah, you wanted to show the other
really quickly. So my favorite set was revised, and I got a little wooden spear. It's a little 8.5. It was one of my favorite cards growing up. I just like the art of it. It's not really playable.
No, but it is a beautiful card. It's always very visible. If you flip through the pages, then this one jumps out somehow. I know what you mean.
Yeah, and it's also one that I think it's a quintessential uncommon of the early set, because when I see it, I'm like, that's an uncommon artifact. But yeah, I'll give you two that actually I think you guys will like. A couple alpha cards. You got an 8 jump and an 8 holy armor. So should get some alpha out to you guys.
Very nice.
You can figure out how you want to give them out. If you want me to send them to you, you want me to send them to them, that's fine.
Oh, no, I think we can give them out here and have the people contact you. It probably wouldn't make a lot of sense to send them to me and I send it through. If some people, for example, are in the US winning this or whatever, then it doesn't make sense. But even if it's in Europe, it's probably making more sense to send it directly than over a third party. And then you know exactly where it's going. And I am not tempted to keep those Alpha and Arabian Night cards in the end. So, no, I thought about some things, but I think we can just go with the flow and give out one here and there. And I think we can give one out now, right?
Okay, sure.
I think that's a good idea because we're already like 40 minutes in. And
oh, wow. Time's flying.
Yeah, time's flying. It's crazy. And I have the feeling it's always with you. I talk and you talk, and somehow I look at my watch and we're like 3 hours later. Every time we call or every time we chat, I always have to use voice message because I can't keep up with you typing, but it's always like a longer conversation.
I'm not good with the text. Like I'm fast at it, but I did a lot of speed running, and so I ran with the
but I'm old and I'm slow, so I need to talk.
I speak in like fragments of sentences, so it's just spam. I feel horrible doing it, but that's how. If you're running a game, you can't take your finger off going forward or right, or for instance, and so you're typing with one hand and you're doing it as fast as you can.
True.
And so you build a different way of speaking, and it's not been helpful. But I didn't have the 5, so which ones do you want to give up?
Hey. You choose one, I choose a question. I have a couple of cards here, and I have people guess a card. And I think that one's easy. So you want to give away the cavalry first?
Yep.
Arabian Nights cavalry. And then we let people know how they can contact you, or maybe we can do that now, but I can give the question first. I just pulled a card out of my TCG Dragonstorm box here. I got like a bulk box here, and I am trying to order my collection. But it's very simple, folks. It's a TCG Dragonstorm card. If you can guess it, it's a rare card and it's a land. If you can guess it, Then the first one who guesses it gets the cavalry Arabian Nights graded. Very nice. I think it's awesome you do that. You mentioned that last time, but still, I think it's very cool. You are giving away a couple of your cards for that. I appreciate it. We kind of see it as still as the part of the 4th anniversary Northern Part of It YouTube channel chat. So we're still in that area. I'm gonna do an official live chat as well for that and live stream soon. Yeah, looking forward to it. I just wanna hang out, maybe have a beer or something like that. The Keisha Village Stomping Grounds. No, both not. So Takia Dragonstorm, rare card, land.
That's a good set though. Dragonstorm.
Yeah,
one set.
It is. I actually bought. There were like everything nowadays, and I made a couple of videos about this. I think everything nowadays under $100 for play booster box, so you can just play with your friends, is a good price. So I bought a couple of Takia boxes, and we just played some drafts, and we played some tower, and they were like $98 or something. So I bought like 3 boxes, and we're through 1 box, so I still have 2 for the next couple of months. Mistrise Village. Too. Yeah, a lot of dragons too, and it's just a fun set to play. Yeah. And even when we did the draft, we did it with like 10 people, all the old Magic the Gathering friends from my early days, and they all still know to play. They don't play that often, but we normally gather at one of my friends' places because he has a very big table, and all of us were there, like 10 guys, and yeah, we got a winner. Niklas here is the winner.
Congratulations,
indeed, is Malmstrom. Yes, of the Spirit Dragon. Niklas, how can Niklas contact you, Steven?
I'm on Discord. I have my eBay store, I guess. And I don't know. I don't really have too many socials. I'm on Instagram. Just the Fiore Collection.
Discord is probably the easiest, right?
Yeah, you know I can send a link, I guess, but I don't really know.
Yeah, no, but you're in my channel as well, so Niklas can find you there. Yeah, otherwise, Niklas, let me know, and I link you to Steven, so you can give him your contact details.
Just need your address, and I'll ship it out, and I'll get your tracking.
Yeah. Oh, am I behind, or are people behind? Because they are still sending in, like Niklas already sent in the Maelstrom, and then people are still sending something. Do you see that as well in the chat?
I can't see the chat. I'm sorry.
No, you can't see the chat. No,
I had to turn it off because it's the conflict.
Oh, okay. Then now Cosmic Seeds is saying, "Fuck Cosmic." There's a chance to win a couple of other cool cards. So all good. Niklas, you already won. It is. Did people miss this? It is the Maelstrom, and you already said that. Yeah, you are all behind. Okay. They're still sending, but okay. I'm going from the chat then next time as well. Maybe the delay is a little longer than I expected. But I hope, let me know, because when I asked, like, can you hear me and so on, so they pretty much replied right away. Vintage MTG Ted. Oh, do you want to do the next one right away? Okay. Vintage MTG Ted. You're going to love your content and glad to see you live. Yeah, thanks for joining. Yeah, and oh, Stefan is going, but that's okay. Stefan, you should stay. Niklas is still
really cheap shipping for me. Cosmic Stay.
Yeah. Just send it to Vegas. Give me a second and give them a second to catch up. I don't think Niklas already knows that he won with the Maelstrom. Just because he's still sending something in. But so we give them a minute or two. Let's see if they catch up. And yeah, Niklas, say yay if you hear this in the chat, so I know what the delay is. It's 20:49 now. So when Niklas says yay, I know we're how many minutes we're behind. No, Steven, super cool stuff, but in the end, I think it's crazy how this exploded for you, right? Yeah. I mean, you actually thinking about getting help because it's too much.
I got 2 guys right now, and we're crazy. We're building. They're great. They're great. Both of them. One's from Iowa, one's from New Jersey. I don't know if I should name them or not. I don't know if they want to be named, but yeah, they're both really good guys. They work hard. We're building hard. I mean, each week we're putting in a lot of hours every week. Every day, I can say I definitely work more than 12 hours, and so it's definitely a lot of effort. But yeah, I mean, the cards will sell themselves. So I don't even have this. I don't do any active sales. I don't need to sell anything. I just like I said, I just try to provide good service, do what I say I'm going to do, and do it. Do what I'm supposed to. And I found as long as you do that, and the community is pretty responsive to it. I mean,
very cool. Yeah,
it works out well.
No, service still is something that is underestimated, and of course the US is the greatest service country in the world, and I think you are doing this very well anyways based on those values. So yeah. Now Niklas does it. So it's about a minute. It's about a minute. Okay. But okay, then we know. Hey, we're gonna ask the people, do they want an alpha card next or another? Yeah, let's do an alpha card next.
Okay.
Let's not ask anybody.
When jump would you want holy armor?
Yeah, then I have to think of something.
Jump.
Is that a good one?
Fun. Let's go blue.
The jump. Okay, we're gonna give away the jump now. Niklas, you won the cavalry, and now we're gonna give away the graded alpha jump. And the question for the graded alpha jump is again a Takia Dragonstorm card, which I just pulled randomly out of the bulk box. It's a rare to make it a little easier, and it's an artifact equipment. That should be possible, I guess. Rare Takia Dragonstorm artifact equipment. The first one in the chat to name this gets the alpha jump graded. Let's see how long that takes. Sorry, there's a lot?
There's a lot of good equipment in Tarkir.
Yeah, there is. This one is actually quite nice.
Is it banned?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
I think no Takia Dragon. I don't do Takia, I'm out. Yeah. Cardboard Tudor already has it. That was too easy. It indeed is the Dragonfire Blade. Is this? I hope it's not the only equipment, but let's see if it focuses. Yes, the Dragonfire Blade. Nice one. Cardboard Tudor. Very good.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's easy. That's easy getting a graded alpha card. And I know Takir Dragonstorm is a cool set, but Tudor actually is into old cards, so he's gonna appreciate that alpha card. Oh, I think we're catching up with the chat as well, because people are already like, woohoo! Everybody jump. Yes, jump. Or better, jump from Van Halen, which is more my style. I think yours as well, right?
Yep.
You're a bit more indie punk than I am rock, but I think we can find common ground there. Yeah,
we're getting there.
Very cool.
Right now, I'm stuck in a Volbeat cycle, so I'm just kind of Volbeat Metallica. That's basically where I'm at.
Hey, fair enough. There's worse things than that. It's actually Tudor's first, he says in the chat, first alpha card. He's only into vintage, but it's his first alpha card, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I'm out. I don't do new MTG. No, Stefan, stay. Give it a few more minutes. We can do an old school MTG.
I got 3 cosmic. You got
yeah. We got 3 more. Tudor, if you wanna get Steven's Discord, let me know if you can find it. But it's the Fiore Collection, and if you can't find it, you should find him on my channel, on the members, or my Discord channel, or you can let me know.
I'll reach out to you after well, Jürgen. You can try to point me in the right direction. So if you don't message me, I'll try to reach out to you as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah, and most of them have exactly the same name here on my Discord as well. So that should be good. Now I have to think of an old school question. Yeah, I have one. And I think it's fun to have.
I have a question for my brother for you, Jürgen.
Oh, nice. For me.
He killed me not to ask it, so I do have a couple questions for you. Let me get it for you. All right. Do you know what happened to Legend of Zelda Wind Waker 2?
What happened?
Yeah, he said he heard there was plans for a sequel on the GameCube, and he was wondering if you can maybe shed some insight onto that.
Oh,
And it did turn into Twilight Princess also was his other question.
yeah, let's do that when we have
Fair
a
enough,
beer.
on the spot.
No, I know some stuff, obviously,
Okay.
because I worked for Nintendo and I've been around, especially in the GameCube time, and I launched the GameCube as a console. So it was one of my few actual console launches, which always is a big thing. As you know, I later worked at Bethesda and so on. So that was software only, but console, I did the GameCube and the GBA. So Wind Waker was obviously a big game back then, and yeah, I had connections and I know people from the studio, and the problem is, as I work there and as my wife is still working there, I never discuss any insider information, and
Fair
I
enough.
never did that
just
in the
felt I
last
should ask.
25 years. So if I'm allowed and if I can tell a story, I do. But with things like that, especially I've been out of that field so long. It's been quite a while since I worked for Nintendo. I normally do not comment, at least not officially, and unofficially normally neither. So, but yeah, we can figure something out. It's a good question, by the way. It's a good. Did he like the press kit?
Yes.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So
Those things.
The Black Bellows video. I've got to get with them. I jumped on here, but I can see the messages lined up. I haven't read them yet though. But yeah, he said I asked him like, yeah. No, I saw he had a couple questions for you. I'm like, yeah, he'll hurt me if I don't ask you. So I felt I should ask.
No, all cool. It's Zelda is of course a whole different beast. It was awesome to work on a couple of those titles, and I still am a big Zelda fan, and I used to be when I was a kid. So I am very happy. And the press kit, there's a video up there on the channel for people who don't know what I talk about. When I worked for Nintendo Europe, I made a press kit for Zelda Seasons and Ages, and that thing is one of the rarest Zelda items out there on the market ever, because we only made a handful for the European market, but it's an official Nintendo Zelda press kit. So yeah, and I actually happen to have the prototype, the production sample, because I really wanted one, but those things were so limited that my boss back then said, no, I already planned all the press, all the contacts I want to give those out to, and they were in production quite expensive. That's normally not an item you just hand out to anybody, so those were super limited. And I was like, it's crazy. I was like, but I really want one. Can't we just arrange something? Can't we make one more, produce one more than officially planned? And he after me begging for like weeks, finally was convinced and said, okay, you can get one, but you have to pay for it. So I have a salary slip which deducts like production cost for the Zelda press kit, and I actually got number 0, which is the production sample, and which shouldn't exist. So I got the one that is also still a bit flawed inside, but it's perfect anyways. So it's very cool. That thing is one of my prime pieces and one of the first pieces of my gaming collection, actually. And I made it myself. I was involved and
that's what makes it so awesome, though. It's like your own history, and so it's exactly stuff. I love it.
Yeah, it's definitely a very, very cool thing. I got an artist proof here, so we're back in, and I hope Stefan is still here. As he doesn't do new, and he's always complaining he doesn't win anything. He actually won something on the channel before. I sent him something. I know that. Oh, the something, a print from Jeff A. Mangus, because Jeff Mangus actually sent it directly to him. I remember. So Stefan, you shouldn't complain. But this is an artist proof, and as you can imagine, what set is it? That's not the question, but you know, Stephen, you know.
Is that
Yeah, it's Antiquities. Yes. So it's an Antiquities artist proof. Unfortunately, It's not signed, but it's one I'm still missing. And the first person to guess which Antiquities artist proof this is wins which card this time, which slab. Choose
Go
one.
with the revised. How about that?
With
Wooden
the
sphere.
revised. Okay, very nice. Your favorite card? One of your favorite cards?
Yeah, I like the set. It's my favorite set.
Niklas says, no, it's not a workshop or factory. No, unfortunately, it's not a workshop nor a factory. I would be very happy with that. It's kind of difficult to get, though, as well, but not as valuable as a workshop or a factory. I still need those. Antiquities, indeed. People know me too well. That's cool. Yeah, you just posted another antiquities. Sorry?
Is it Mark Poole? A chance?
It's not Mark Poole, but it's
lack of autograph.
I actually, people might have seen the video. I got all of Mark Poole's here in Amsterdam when I met him. And I bought all of Mark Tedin's and all of Mark Poole's. It was a very expensive day for me, but they were sitting next to each other. And I was just like, okay, this is my chance. I'm going to get like 19 more antiquities artist proofs, so 18. So let's get them all. And I only had the possibility to have them signed, which is nice, but no paintings on them, unfortunately. But maybe I can do that at a later stage. So I'm happy I got these out of the way. We got a Triskelion. Yeah.
I'll be honest. When you send the artist proofs over to my way, and I get to see them a little bit ahead of time. If they're not open, they're kind of sent loose. I kind of repackage them for you. And I'll tell you, the rocket launcher so far was my favorite. By far,
that one was freaking gorgeous. What did you think of the Colossus?
Colossus wasn't bad, not at all. They're all beautiful. I mean, they're all just absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with the pricing on them, but I will say they are just so beautiful.
No.
I'm extremely envious of your AP set.
Yeah, I really love it. If there's this one, of course, is my absolute favorite, but I really love it as well. That some of the paintings are just so wonderful on a small canvas. But I really loved I overpaid, I think. And some people say I didn't for the rocket launcher because he normally doesn't paint at all. And it's super rare to find an artist proof with a nice painting of his. So in general, people said, yeah, I would have paid, if I would have known, I would have paid like $1,200 to $1,500. And I think I paid like $600-700, which I think is very expensive for a single card.
You're not going to lose money. I'll put it that way. You're not going to lose money. I just I don't know if I could, because you got to think about how large the set is. And then if you start putting the price per card at that, I'm like, yeah, okay. It starts to get very, very expensive very quick.
Yeah, it does. I mean, even now, I think at like 70 cards or something of the 100. The 30 cards I'm missing are stuff like the workshop and the Mishra's factories and the archaeologist, which isn't the correct one. I didn't get that here. Niklas said that, but of course, it's ridiculous. I probably won't be able to get a complete set. So no, it's not a Triskelion, guys. It's not a Tornus's Coffin, and it's not an archaeologist. It's still a card I miss, though. I think a little less expensive, at least for the non-artist proof version. No, but like you said, I don't buy these cards because I think they are a good investment. I think they are. But I don't buy them because I think they are. You know what I mean? So
I agree. Yeah, because you like it. It's just
I like it.
And you're building something, and I do the same thing. I mean, I always told you I have three layers that I work with. My tier ones are my personal collection. They're sentimental. They're things I won't sell. There's basically no price you can give me that I'm going to part with it. And I have a tier 2 list, which are things I really, really enjoy, but I will sell them for the correct price. If you offer me something that's really a price I can't turn down, I'll take it. But then there's also like tier 1 items, and I consider those income items, and those are ones that I use to build tier 2 items, and tier 2 items build tier 3 items. And then and usually my stuff is that I really enjoy is generally not that expensive. I think I told you I just recently bought a bunch of Quake 2 action figures from 1998. I mean, they're like $20-30 a piece sealed, but and I got some of the old ad prints, but I'm looking forward to building a little shadow box because I love that game. And so, those are my little hobbies.
I know, but good hobbies. I like those. And the best hobbies are the ones that are not that expensive. I still need a lot to learn when it comes to that.
it's a
I have
growth
the
thing.
problem
So I
that
don't think you should start in and just buy all the expensive items. I think you
no,
should go in
no.
and then you enjoy it. You buy a few packs, sell a couple, and then you grow over time. And if you go about that, if you go through that aspect, you'll never really. It doesn't hurt. I mean, you're not going to really ever find a point where you get financially hurt, and you don't really lose the love. And then you're not going to go too fast. I see a lot of people come in, they go way too fast, and you burn out in 6 months.
It's true.
50-year
And
hobby.
yes, like you said before as well, you've been collecting since you've been a kid. I've been collecting since I've been a kid. I have my Magic cards, most of them. I had a good basis for my unlimited set because I still got all my Power 9 and so on. So
Yeah,
that
you're just close on the set
it,
too.
it is okay. And then I finance my collection with my collection. Jason is actually getting close there. There are a lot of cards. People are
Does
guessing
it
like
fly?
Titania Song, Power Leech, Herky's Recall, the Rack, Power Artifact, Transmute Artifact, but it hasn't. It's not in there yet. No, but what I wanted to say is I finance my collection with my collection, as you do sometimes as well.
You have to.
And if you collect for more than 20, 30 years, then at a certain point you get to a certain tier 3 level
Oh, yeah.
items. So yeah, it is what it is. So you sell a couple of smaller cards. I remember back in the day when I traded a Mox at a convention and 2 dual lands for Lotus. And then I traded the Lotus for 2 Moxes. And then I traded another Mox and 3 dual lands for a Lotus again. And I ended up with and back then dual lands weren't that expensive. I had like a pile of them. So I probably added like 10, 20 dual lands, which nowadays still is a lot of money. But back then it was nothing. And I started out with like 1 Mox and I ended up with 3 Moxes, a Lotus, and a Time Walk. So that was my day at one convention. So yeah.
Okay, that's a good day. But I found something like 3 or 4 days ago that blew my mind. Let me go get it. I found an old Scry magazine from 1996.
Oh, nice.
Do you want to see what the prices were back then?
Yeah, of course.
Let's go find out what a Lotus cost back then.
Yeah, I would estimate about 250 bucks. Guys, let's see what we're still for the graded revised card, one of Steven's favorites. Tudor is getting closer, Niklas as well, Green King. I'm not quite sure if that's very close, but you all got Jason again has a nice guess. It's not in there yet, and we got a very limited set of antiquities cards, and even a more limited set. If the viewers would have, I do have Haunting Winds already, even with a painting from Jeff Mangus, Green King. But yeah, so okay. I will let you know, guys. You can still guess for the graded card, but I'm curious what the Lotus cost back in the day and what the dual land cost. So if I made a back deal, I know the dual lands went between 10 and 15 bucks back then. So it was used as currency already back then. So yeah, Tudor has it. The Jotun Soldier. Tudor, that's the second one for you.
Ooh, congratulations, Tudor. Doesn't have alpha, but it does have beta and unlimited. Which one do you want to go with?
Beta. Beta is probably 300 bucks, I guess. Ooh. So that's
you got a lot of hope.
Antiquities, Jotun Soldier, Christopher Rush Artist Proof here, which is nice.
I can get it so I can see it. But it is $87.
$87 in 1996 for a
the exact date. It was February 1995. The Black Lotus beta was going for $88.75 was the high, the median was the 80, and the low was $50.
The lowest $50 for.
So if you went to a convention in 1995, you could pick up a Lotus $50 because that was book value at the time, and no one's paying that.
It's crazy.
For reference, unlimited was $70 high, 55 medium, so, and 45 lower. So you could have actually probably got a beta for cheaper.
Yeah, that's nice. I would have gone for the beta then. People are congratulating me on the Christopher Rush proof. Thanks, guys. What a great pickup. Congrats on the soldier, Jürgen. Yeah, thanks, Tudor. Congrats on winning it. Now I have to think how we got 2 more cards to give away, right?
Yep.
And we're already like 1 hour in, so let's just continue because people are guessing a lot. Let's see.
I got one. Can I get one? You mind if I do one here, Jürgen?
No, not at all. That's what I said at the beginning. It's your initiative. You go.
1995, a beta volcanic island.
That's
on the high side. Went for how much? I'll go ahead and send you the info.
The highest beta volcanic island price in 1995.
The book value.
And which card are you giving away? The graded
Hurl Jackal from Arabian.
Hurl Jackal, Arabian Nights. Okay, very nice. Can I participate as well?
Sure, why not? I can't see anyone's chat though, so actually I can.
No. We got 110. I'm gonna call them out. We got 110 from Cardboard Tudor. We got 25 from Bernasconi, 12 from Nicholas.
I'm not gonna take says if you get it within, I'll say if you get it within $2, I'll give it to you.
Okay, I would say 18. 65 from Cardboard Tudors. $12 again from Nicholas.
Oh, 12 wins. We got 12.
12. Okay.
It is 1163 on the high side.
1163 for a beta volcanic island.
$6.50.
That I would take a beta volcanic island for that price. Very nice. Nicholas, congrats with the great Arabian Nights Jackal.
Yep. No, here's this one last one.
Yeah, Lion says he paid 400 for his Lotus and sold it for 1,000. That's still a good deal. I mean, you could sell it for more probably now, but again, then we would have all bought Apple stock and Google stock and Microsoft stock if we would have known. So I think if you made money, is always good. That is a fun.
Force Field is very expensive card at the time.
Yeah. Which one?
Force Field. Force Field is $80. Yeah. It's more than a Lotus.
Yeah, it was a good card to play with. Yeah.
Boxes were $60.
Let's do another one. Let's do another one for the last alpha card. I like that. I think that's cool. It's an alpha armor, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I would be curious about Gauntlet of Might. And which do you have that?
Gauntlet of Might was $59.50. High,
no, don't
50 medium and 50 low. Oh, sorry.
You okay? Then we have to find a different one.
Sorry, my fault. I thought you were asking what it was.
No worries. Let's do what else do I like? Oh, let's do Time Vault. Okay. And don't say it.
I won't say it. Oh wow.
Which one do you want to do? The unlimited or the beta?
Your pick.
Let's do beta Time Vault in 1995.
All right.
Cardboard Tudor says $33. I'm gonna go for $50 for a Time Vault beta. Alpha was cheaper than anything else. That is true, by the way. I had that back in the day as well because I was a player and we didn't have sleeves that covered the backside. So I wasn't allowed to play Alpha. That's why I never got into Alpha because I always got beta and preferably unlimited because people a lot of times inked the beta black and then you couldn't play it neither because you could see the ink. So I normally got unlimited and that's why my basis in unlimited was quite okay. Yeah. $20 for the Time Vault from Nicholas again. Yeah, we only got like 7 people, so they are pretty lucky. The ones that are still here, the ones that went away should have stayed.
Oh wait, no, yep.
No,
I will
$20.
Say another Power 9 was $50, but it's not this one.
Oh, okay. Time Vault technically didn't count as Power 9. I always counted it a little bit as Power 10.
Fair enough.
These are the prices we have today in sorcery.
The other one was time in it.
yeah. It's close. It's close. You could $40 by Cardboard Tudor again.
Close.
Close, close. Do you sell any sorcery? I know you told me
Yeah,
because I got a couple of people.
alpha foils are still sell.
Alpha foils you sell. Those
Yeah.
sell okay, but not fantastically, you told me, right?
No, sorcery does not do well. But I will say I personally got a guilty pleasure for the art, and
Yeah, true. We
specifically
all
the
do.
foils. They are beautiful, and I
Yeah.
love the feel of the card. I think they have one of the best feels for playing. So I would say, big fan of a lot of what sorcery has going for it. But I do think they mismanaged their player base a little bit, and I think that they're
No,
recovering now.
I-
But I do think that they had a too long of a stint where they were reprinting over and over.
yeah, for beta, yeah. Niklas is asking Time Twister or Time Vault. Niklas, it's about Time Vault. And we got
Yep.
45 from Cardboard
That's it.
Tutor. I throw.
That's
it. 45. Okay.
Wow.
Tudor is going
Tudor
home
made
with
out
3
today.
cards, and Niklas is going home with 2 cards. That's a bit of a
Cool.
bit of a shame. But all the others missed out. That's a bit of a shame.
But thank you for sticking around. I mean,
yeah, I mean they've been here for an hour 15 minutes, both of
I-
them. So yeah, it's well worth it. Reach out to Steven on Discord, and he will send you the cards. Again, Steven, super cool. I think that's a very nice initiative. People always enjoy getting a couple of old cards, graded, ungraded, but in this case, graded is even better. And I know how excited I am always when I'm getting like a graded alpha or graded antiquities. It doesn't matter what it is. It's always awesome. So yeah,
you know it's real. You know it's in the condition it says it is. So it takes a lot of guesswork out.
And I like to use it to put them on the shelves. Like I got these little stands here, and here's a graded sorcery core, but it's just a little stand, and I just put the card on there, and it just looks neat. I don't know. I like it. I like to put my graded cards on display.
You know my opinions about grade. I look at them. I don't have a lot of positive feelings towards grading companies, but I do love slabs, and I'm addicted to them. So I'm part of the problem, and I know that.
I know your feelings about the grading card companies, and I know that it doesn't matter what the card represents or the condition of the card. It just matters what the slab says. That's what you talk about.
So sad, but it's true. That label means more than what the card is.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Sucks.
But yeah, in the end, I think personally, I'm tending towards PCG simply because it's available over here in Europe, and I like it for sorcery, and they are very strict. So if I get a good grade, I know it's a good grade, and I'm already happy with an 8.5 or 9. And it might not be the wisest choice, but for me, collection-wise, I went that direction. So yeah,
if you get a perfect 10, don't you get? Aren't they like solid gold now for the labels?
Yeah, I don't know if they do this in Europe. I know Rudy does it. Yeah, and I do not have a perfect 10 yet. I got 2 10s that are half a grade off, like 3 10s and 1 9.5. I even got like a foil Pathfinder, which is a 10, which is pretty rare. But I do not have a pristine 10 yet from PCG. I think that's almost impossible, especially for sorcery cards. For other cards, it might be more easily possible because sorcery, simply the quality issues often, especially when you look at promos or foils. Foils are a little better than normal cards, but normal uniques and promos, normally don't tend to grade that well. Yeah,
it's a good sign for PCG then. If they are really keeping their 10, if they are protecting the 10, then they have a better chance of survival. That's usually where most people die, is they don't value the top grade as much, and they start flooding the market with them, and at that point they become worthless.
Yeah, no, true. And looking at what they do, I think I have like 30, 40 PCG graded cards now, and I got 2 10s and not pristine ones. Niklas, no, I know. He graded a lot of cards at PCG, and he just said in the chat that he has one pristine 10 from Arthurian Legends, which was a set that actually indeed had a very good quality compared to the beta prints and the alpha prints. So yeah.
All right,
good to go for a while.
Congratulations.
Eyvind. Yeah, cheers to the other guys. next time, maybe if Steven still can find some stuff and he wants to come back for the live stream.
I'm sorry, I got some stuff I can give away. I got a bunch of stuff that I've been saving for you, actually, Jürgen. So I got a lot of duplicates when it comes to vintage, especially when it comes to selling, and they don't sell very fast. So I got a lot of back stock. So.
Oh, that's cool. And don't feel obliged to anything. You know, I am very thankful that I thought like maybe he has like one slab, maybe two, but you came with 5, which is pretty cool. I know that people get excited about it, and I normally only give away stuff like my promos or a playmat from myself, and I normally do not give away my own cards because I am too attached to my vintage collection, and I only collect cards that I really want, so it would be a bit... I wouldn't know what to give away. I sometimes give away like an old booster I still have, if I have a couple, you know. That's what I did. I think I gave away like Fallen Empires booster.
Oh, that's nice.
It's not worth more than $20-25, but it's still like a 30-year-old booster, which has reserved list cards.
Basically, so still it counts.
Yeah, and I still have it from back in the day. I bought a box back in the day, and I used it to supplement drafts with like 1 or 2 boosters, and I think there are like still 20 boosters in there or something like that, which have been in that box for 30 years. But that's cool.
Similar things. I had Ice Age packs as basically card dividers. I was using them as card dividers. So I had about like 6 or 7 Ice Age packs sitting in there. Like, that's cool.
That are cool card dividers to come across, right? Yeah, I think so. Man, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it. How's your timeline look like for today? I mean, I think we've been live for 1.5 hours. I want to see if the kids want to watch a movie still. It's like 21:30 here, CET time.
Oh yeah, you're getting ready for bedtime. No, right now it's just lunch. I got a bunch of packages to do this afternoon. I'm hoping to catch up. Then, yeah, I'm gonna start listening this weekend and hopefully get some time with the fam Saturday, Sunday. So it'll be good.
That would be nice. Also, a little bit of quiet time and not like having a lot of visitors and stuff like that, right?
It's been chaotic here lately, but it's starting to mellow out. I'm starting to get a hold of everything, and we're starting to get ahead of it. So, yeah.
You have to go with the flow sometimes, man. That's how it is.
Ebbs and flows. Some weeks are easy, some weeks are hard. I had a lot of fun last week. I went up to Sedona for a little bit. We went around, I think, to 22 game stores around the valley. First time, and it makes it sound like I do this a lot now. I've done it like this is the first time this year, and last year my brother came out, and that's what he likes to do. So he likes to go around checking all the vintage game stores, and so we go around check them out and find all kinds of cool stuff and things I just never knew existed. I was telling you, I found a bunch of Quake 2 figurines. I was like, they made them, so I built a set. I got this little shadow box, and so that's my little project this weekend. Hopefully I get some pieces.
That sounded like a cool project. I liked it. And it's cool that you put it together for him. So always nice. Always good to be a little creative in that way. Yeah. No, but I think it's okay to call it a night for tonight, right, man?
Yep.
At least for you, a day. For me, a night.
I really appreciate it.
Did you enjoy it? I'm curious. I mean, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I'm not used to, I guess, speaking, but again, I can't see the chat, so I don't know if people like it or don't. So that
people are enthusiastic. No worries. And easy way is if you have a phone, just put up the YouTube channel, put it on mute, and check it. And I do have it here in StreamYard. That's where I see it. But people definitely enjoyed the live stream. So, but I'm also concerned if you enjoyed it talking about the.
I'm talking to you. Anytime I talk to you, it's just like we get to have one of our little chats, but now people get to watch. Yeah. It's kind of how it is.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's all it should be. We still should be us. So just hang out, have a chat, and if people are asking questions in between or are interested and can watch and can learn, that's the intention of it. And we finally got around to do it after talking about it for quite a while,
like a year or so. Yeah.
Well, something like that. Yeah, unfortunately, but we're both busy guys. We're doing our best.
That's not my fault, not on you. No, you've
Oh
definitely
no.
been the one asking for it more than I have, and I'm like, I definitely want to do it, but I'm in bit. I can say the last 2 or 3 months have been really, really chaotic. But we'll get there, and I think
Fair enough.
get a routine going in the next month or so.
Oh yeah, why not? Especially people who watch the video later on, just leave a comment and we can, or I can, accumulate any questions you might have for selling stuff online, selling stuff on eBay.
I'm
Maybe
happy to
next
keep
time we
that-
can talk about like stuff
anything
that
on that.
comes back, and because that's what I'm concerned about a lot. If you sell in high volume and if you sell expensive cards, that people are gonna fuck you over. And I would be curious about the rate.
Oh.
I know you said
It's very low.
and told me it's not too bad, yeah, but and it's very low, but I still would be curious about that. So these kind of things, we have definitely a lot
I can
more
break
stuff
that
to
down
talk
real
about
quick for
next.
you. So when it comes to under $10 cards, you're going to get more people trying to hurt you than not. Anything over that is rare. It's never the high end stuff that you have problems
Wow.
with. It's always the very low end stuff. The $1-2 cards are usually the issue, and it's always like it's a way to get an extra card or two for free. That's what you're going to find.
That I would guess.
Here, have it.
Yeah, I would guess people do it for the low end cards, and they're trying to screw with you because they think you won't bother for $2 or $4 or whatever.
Honestly, and in a lot of those aspects, it comes down to intention. If I can tell what your intent is, then I'll act accordingly. But most of the time, I'm not really worried about it. I just bake it in the pricing.
Yeah.
So pricing covers basically everything from payroll all the way down to returns. I mean, and return rate is under 1%, so I think it's like 0.3%. I get around as return, so it's not too bad. So
how much? 8.3?
No, 0.3, 0.3.
0.3.
Yeah,
wow.
That's not a lot, but what you get is you get like 100 card order gets returned, and then that just boosts your like percentage up a lot because they count them as 100 different orders because it's combined. It's like, so that's the reason why I can grow a little bit. But generally, it's about, I'd say like less than 1 in 1,000. I mean, it's rare that you can have an issue.
That's great. That's definitely cool. All right.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. And like the most of the marketplaces, they do protection as long as you follow the rules. So if you're shipping on time, you're tracking it, everything you're supposed to. Usually, you'll be protected.
Do you take pictures as well?
Not really. Sometimes it depends on like
if it's a high-end item, maybe.
Not really. I don't even use insurance anymore. I stopped using insurance years ago.
Oh, okay, fair.
I figured once I learned that the amount of failure, the amount of damage and lost packages, and the amount of returns are so low that you just take the hit when it happens and just hope it's not a $10,000 card. That's about it.
True. Yeah,
and you can try to. That's at least my opinion on it. I look at it as insurance, like in blackjack. I'm like, it's the odds are in my favor not to get it than it is to get it. But I guess the certain cards I would probably consider it.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, makes sense.
I want to worry about scams. I want to worry about scams and all that stuff. Worry about fees. Fees are one I would worry about because you do have a lot of fees. But I want to worry about the negative aspects. I'm in the bucket of I generally believe people are good. Like we're born good. That's how I believe. So generally people would do the right thing. And my aspects, 99.9% or 99.7% do. And even then the 0.3 sometimes is it's
neglectable. Yeah, that's a perfect note to end on, Stephen. I like it. A positive note to end on. People generally are good. Let's keep it to this. No, I agree. I agree. As I always say, folks, we're gonna call it a night. And as I always say, stay healthy, stay frosty. Stephen, you can stay on for a second, but I'm gonna end the stream.
Sounds good.
Bye everybody. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Jürgen.
Of course, it was a pleasure to have you on the channel. Bye everyone.